Everyone wants to save on taxes, build a business in Dubai and live a flexible lifestyle, but here's something almost nobody talks about. Can you set up a business in Dubai without spending 90 days there? And if you don't, will your home country still tax you? So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what you need to know before you make the move. And I'll also share the first step that 99% of people completely skip. So most people assume that just having a Dubai company automatically means they are safe from taxes and that their home country can no longer tax them, and that's simply not true. Yes, Dubai offers a 0% tax environment, but there are very clear rules you need to follow, and if you don't, your home country can still claim you for tax purposes. So before you even think about setting up a company in Dubai, here's what you must do. So the first thing is to speak to a tax professional in your home country, or at least fully understand the exit process yourself. So ideally, you speak to an international advisor who actually understands cross-border taxation. So if you get on a call with someone and they tell you you don't need to do anything with your home country, just come to Dubai, that is a massive red flag. That is not how it works. At a minimum, there are always things you need to do when leaving your home country, even if it's just a final filing or formal notification. And we have worked with every Western country, set up over 180 companies and helped more than 400 individuals. And there's no scenario where you do absolutely nothing. So in most cases, a proper tax advisor will tell you one of three things. First, you need to physically leave your home country. So in almost all cases, that means spending at least 183 days outside the country. So in some countries, it's even stricter, sometimes 90% or 95% of the year, but at the very least, it's usually around 6 months. Second, you need to break your ties with your home country. This can include selling or renting out your property, selling your car and moving your immediate family with you, your spouse, your children, and yes, even your pets. And these are considered strong ties. And on top of that, we often recommend reducing secondary ties as well. So cancel gym memberships, cancel subscriptions, memberships, clubs, organizations. Phone plans, to be honest, are a gray area, so many people keep one because it's linked to bank accounts and OTP codes. Even though I still keep an old number for that reason, some people go extremely aggressive and cut everything, including bank accounts. That's not always required, but if you are leaving, it's usually just smart to close most accounts and maybe keep one open. So the third point, and this is the most important one, is where your company is actually managed and controlled. So yes, your company might be registered in Dubai, but where are the decisions being made? Where is management happening? This is the foundation of international tax law. So for example, if your company is registered in Dubai, but you are living in Australia and then making all decisions from Australia, then for tax purposes, that company can be considered Australian. And just receiving money in Dubai does not automatically make it a Dubai company for tax purposes. So how do you avoid that? You make sure management and control are actually in Dubai. To illustrate this even further, imagine the company was registered in Canada, but nobody was there and everything, so management, operations, offices, banking happened in Dubai. That company would be considered a Dubai company for tax purposes, and it works both ways. Now let's answer the big question about the 90 days in Dubai. If you do not spend at least 90 days in Dubai, you are not a tax resident as an individual, and that means your personal salary would not be taxed in Dubai because you are not a resident, and that's why it's not enough to just become a non-resident in your home country. You also need to become a resident somewhere else, in this case Dubai. And notice I'm saying personal salary because there are two additional things to understand. First, if you have a small company and you are the owner, you are usually the one making management decisions, and in that case your personal tax residency directly affects the company, so where you live matters. And second, if you have a larger company with real substance, multiple employees, management teams, decision makers, then your personal location matters less. And for example, even if I personally moved to Canada, our company would still be taxed in Dubai because management and control are here. But for most people watching this, business owners with smaller companies, this is not the case, especially in the early years. And that's why if you set up a company in Dubai, you should also live in Dubai for at least 90 days per year. Those 90 days allow you to obtain what's called a domestic residency certificate, and this officially makes you a tax resident of Dubai. You may have heard of people saying you need 183 days to get a tax certificate. That's partially true, but it's a different certificate. The 183-day certificate is used for double tax treaty purposes. So when you are pushing back against another country that still claims you. And if you have already fully exited your home country's tax system, that 183-day certificate is often not required. In most cases, 90 days is sufficient. However, you can't just spend 90 days and disappear. You also need an address in Dubai, banking in Dubai, and an official entry and exit report. And this is something we help all of our clients with, and we have never had a rejection for either the 90-day domestic certificate or the 183-day tax treaty certificate. So recently I saw a viral video from someone in the UK claiming you must spend at least 183 days to get a Dubai tax certificate. That's simply incorrect. The 90-day certificate is absolutely a tax certificate. It literally says tax residency certificate on the document, and this is what happens when people online repeat information they don't fully understand and then sell you a PDF for $50. So if you want practical advice from people who do this every day, speak to experts, you can book a free call with us using the link in the description. We have set up a large number of companies, help many individuals, and we know the rules and how to apply them properly. We are looking forward to helping you do this the right way. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next one. Bye.